Hey, this is Reg Kelly, Table in the Wilderness. I want to do a little clip this evening on this subject right here. Since when did the Democrat Party, the liberals, the progressives start caring about our kids, start caring about murdered kids more than their guns? The big thing on the news right now is that we care about our kids more than guns. And if you're for pro Second Amendment, or if you're not against guns, then you love your guns more than your kids. I don't know when I've heard a more duplicit or hypocritical statement than in my life. You know, when the Democrats start protecting the children in the womb, I'll start thinking that they might care about our kids. For most of my life, the Democrat Party and the liberals and progressives have pushed with venom that people should have a right to murder and the most innocent child in the most protected place in the world, and that's within the womb of a mother. A Democrat, a liberal, a progressive can't tell me anything about guns until they say that we're going to protect children in the womb. How is it that all of a sudden they're so concerned about kids being slaughtered at a schoolhouse, which is a horrible, horrible thing, but it's their fault? How is it that they're so all of a sudden horrified by that, but it doesn't horrify them that every 90 seconds they kill a kid in America in the womb of a mother? The Democrats shouldn't be surprised, because you taught your children that life had no value. You taught your children that babies in the womb had no value. Butcher them, slaughter them like hogs. So you shouldn't be surprised now that children are walking into school places, or even adults in other places, and butchering and slaughtering people, because you are the ones who taught this country that life has no value. All the time I was growing up, I heard this statement: "Oh, us Democrats, we're for the little guy. We're for the little guy." If you're for the little guy, won't you be for the little guy in the womb? No, you're a liar. You've lied to this country for 40 or 50 years. I'm tired of your lying. We're not going to let you get by with it. I don't care how you rant and rave. You are hypocrites of the first order. You raised your children to believe that life has no value. And now your children are acting out what this country has told them, that a baby in the womb has no value. And let me tell you something. The logical conclusion is that if a baby has no value in the womb, nobody else has any value. 2 million, millions of babies being slaughtered, and you're going to talk like you care for kids? You're a liar. Let me tell you what's up, everybody. You need to listen to this. I am totally convinced by watching the Democrat, liberal, progressive crowd that they are happy, that they rejoice internally when we have a school slaughtering and a school shooting or any other kind of shooting like that, mass shooting. And here's the reason why. Because they are Marxist at their heart, and they know that school shootings will promote their idea to disarm America. They don't care about those kids. What they care about is disarming America so that they can impose and criminalize that which is right and just. They want to criminalize the Constitution. They've never cared about the Constitution. The Constitution says that we have a right to life, but they don't care about that. Now they don't want the Constitution. We have a right to bear arms, but they don't care about that. They're the most hideous hypocrites and duplicit people I've ever heard in my life. Somebody needs to say the truth. I know that many are, and I'm thankful that we can have ways to try to do that. But I just am, for one, I'm going to say this. Since when did the Democrat Party, did the progressives and liberals start caring about children murdered? And you're going to act like you care now? No, your real agenda is to destroy the Second Amendment so that you can do what Hitler did, so that you can do what Stalin did, and that is to destroy free peoples and people that believe in the Bible, people that believe in Jesus Christ. It's just like The View this week. Say what you said about Mike Pence and Jesus Christ about the Muslims, you coward. It's time to take a stand. I want to encourage everybody listening to this. You call your congressman, you call your senator, you take a stand, you talk about it at work, you talk about it at school, you talk about it at church. This hypocrisy cannot go unchallenged. They do not care about children. They care about taking away the Second Amendment. That's what it's all about, and that's why I believe with my heart Nancy Pelosi and all of her group rejoice. There's another school killing. There's another bunch of kids been killed. We got another chance to take away the Second Amendment. If they really cared about kids, they'd get up on the floor of the House and the Senate and say, you know, we've been wrong all these years. We've promoted abortion on demand and taxpayers paying for it. We've slaughtered millions of babies, and we need to ask God to forgive us. But they're not going to do that because they are murderers in their own heart. This is Reg Kelly, Table in the Wilderness. I'm not putting up with it. I'm going to say something if it's the last thing I ever do. This is craziness. Have a great day. Love you. But I'm not going to be ashamed of being serious about what I've said. Thanks for listening.